I would like to ask you, you have been associated with many of the studies and projects, project reports where you have done a capability assessment and recommended a lot of projects for the services to be taken up. Fifth generation fighter was one of those when you did a assessment report for the Indian Air Force. Can you tell us about the status of the AMCOR program, because you have been associated with it, sir, and I think it would be one of the biggest Make in India programs that we would be seeing in future. And what are the other major programs that we can see in next, say, 2 to 3 years, which would be coming to the industry?
Okay, so taking off from where Air Marshal Dikshit left, the AMCA is a 5th generation fighter program actually. There could be a requirement for some stopgap arrangements among the options that you mentioned. Those options are not ruled out, but as of now we are not in a position to reveal which way we will exercise those options. AMCA, the response is very, very robust. HAL is there, of course. I think they also have a consortium with some private vendors. Many of our leading Indian companies, including L&T, are there. The best part about that robust response is that many of them are a combination of public and private sector companies. And I've always maintained that India has to create this hybrid pipeline of public and private sector capacity, combining some of the incumbency advantages and the sunk capital and engineering manpower that the PSUs have with some of the efficiencies that the private sector brings in. And that process you will see emerge out of some of these programs that I mentioned. AMCA is one. The male category drones is another. Even some of our small arms orders that are currently underway, in many of them you will see a mix of public and private companies getting orders as L1 and L2. So that is the kind of landscape that I want to see, where you have contracts spread out across the industry to a mix of public and private companies competing with each other, sometimes collaborating with each other, and ensuring that our delivery milestones are met much better than they are being met right now.
Mr. Ramchandani, L&T recently entered into a strategic pact with US-based Atomics Aeronautics System for manufacture of unmanned aircraft systems for the Indian Army. How will this advance self-reliance in aerospace technologies?
And sir, added to this, you are tying up with an American company. Do you think you would be, how long will it take for L&T as a company to be able to produce similar category aircraft or a higher capability aircraft? How long will it take for you, sir?
So traditionally, we relied a lot on building our own products through our R&D. We see an acceleration in the procurement which is happening. And when we looked at, General Atomics is already supplying HAL aircrafts to India. And when we saw that there is going to be a large-scale procurement of male aircrafts, we realized that in the time frame, if we went back to the drawing board and tried to create an aircraft ab initio, it might be a tall order. So we were quite open to looking at partnerships to address this opportunity. And what better than General Atomics, who already has the Predator in service in the Indian forces. And the only thing, when we talked to them, we said that, look, number one, we will have to be competitive on price, because Indian procurement at the end of the day still values the lowest bidder. And number two, that like I said earlier, we're not looking at just licensed technology. We are looking at an openness to integrate Indian systems onto the aircraft, to adapt the aircraft for the Indian requirements, swap modules with indigenized or other modules. And they had an openness to that, which then gave us an opportunity to really look at how do we design for cost, how do we design for purpose, how do we, we're not just bringing a product and saying we'll license, produce it here. We will bring a product and make it suitable for the Indian requirements, and that has many dimensions, from cost to performance to, security and all of that. And I think it's a good opportunity for us to see how this works. The US, all that said, the US does have tight regulations on technology export, and we'll have to navigate through that. But I see an openness on both sides to do it. We've taken a plunge. We thought this is the right thing to do at this point in time, and I hope we will succeed.
Do subscribe to the ANI Clips channel to get shorter versions of this podcast. Click here to watch the full episode.